Okay, so part two of this video, let me get some more light in here. I hate I don't have as much light. I get it straightened out later. I just kind of did this on the fly. So this is the addition that I'm going to put on the front. No optical drive. We're going to go with the charger, USB-C connector, and this is the cord that goes inside of there. So that's going to go in. Then we're gonna go in with the SSD that came in. So that's 500 gigabyte SSD. So that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna install those right quick and see what we got after a while. All right. We're gonna start with this cord in the back. So we're gonna have to lift that up. And we're gonna have to open up this slot. And install this cord in this slot. Right there, baby, right there. There you go. And up. There we go. We can close that back. Right. Okay. Oh, one thing that we did forget, I did forget, I'm gonna have to switch these because the plug for this card is facing the graphics card, and there's not gonna be room enough to plug in the cable. So the end, see, it's when it plugs in, this is going to be my plug inside, and it's going to be up against the graphics card. We don't need that. We need to put this on that side and move the NVMe over to this slot, and that'll work. Okay. Okay. Oh, switcheroo. Here we go. This should work wonderfully. Yeah, there we go. NVMe's in. And this, that way we can still plug this cable. Actually, pull this over here while you can see this cable actually plugs into here. So that is going to be our gig, baby. Plugging that cable in. And this is going to sit right in here. Just like so. There we go. There we have it. And actually, we could take this cord out and plug it in directly into. Let's do this. We could plug this directly into the board. Use that one for another one. We can actually lose that piece adapter and plug this directly into the board right here on this end. Make sure I got it lined up right. Yep. Okay. Right there on the end of the board, and we actually probably could have left it exactly where it was since we could go in that side. My bad. I forgot that little adapter was on there like that. Anyways, it is what it is, and it'll work either way, so it doesn't matter. This section here, I'm gonna unplug this first because this has to go through the front section. Let me pull this up a little bit because you guys ain't gonna be able to see me and all that I'm working with because I'm moving around quite a bit. This here needs to go through the front and come back. And this cable will need to go through here. And plug on here. Right? Now we're all hooked up. And this is going to go in a slot. We're going to have to put we're going to have to do put the screws in right here that came out of the optical drive so that this latch right here will hold it in place. That's another time, not right now. We're going to do that. Well, now we're going to do that right now. Okay, let me grab them. All right, I'm going to go for them. Another good thing about Dell is inside of the cover of the case. They always leave some extra screws. So you see, save you from having to go digging around looking for some. They're right here where you are. So I think 3 screws and that one will do it. And it should pop right in like an optical drive. It will pop right in like an optical drive. So what we're gonna do is pull that back forward. Let me get y'all so I can see this better. Right here in the front. And this drive is going to get screws. And I'm thinking since it's just half a drive, all I have to do is put 2 in it, 1 on each side, so it'll slide in the slot. I just don't know it's the very first one about the front. There are 3 screws on each side of here. And so I don't know which hole is going to line up. So this will be sitting just right when I put the facing back on the case. We're going to guess that one, the first one. Wrong, we can always move it. No problem. And like I said, I got all the time in the world. I'm retired. Praise the Lord. Okay. So let's try that one. We'll go right here. And when you push it, it should snap in. Okay, it's in there. So I'm gonna assume that that is it, because it has to stick out a little further than so. And not only that, we're gonna do a lock so that that back there won't move. I don't think it's gonna affect it much. I don't know if this is gonna do it. I'm gonna have to get a flat screw and put back there. Yeah, I'm gonna get a flat screw and put back there. And then flat screw will hold that in place so that this won't wiggle. Okay. And my little can screws here. Let's do, how about this one? Should I get it right here? I have to keep a bunch of screws because you never know what you might need to use. Let's see, just a right here. That's not the right size. A little too thick. Oh, let's try this one. Maybe. Let's try this one. Maybe not this one. Ooh. Let's try one of that. This one. Try that. Let's try. Found another one. What about this one? How about this? Let's try this one. Oh, not it. So it's not a bigger screw as I think it is. It's smaller. I'm gonna assume it's one of these. That'll work. I think that'll work anyway. I think this is probably needs to come out. And I think on the other side, I need 2 screws. That's the problem. So let's go on the other side and let's put 2 screws in there. This will get her. All right. That should do it. That should do it. Mhm. Yeah, that should get it. That's pretty good for that one side. Let's see. Well, when I put the cover on, it's not gonna move. I need a adapter though for my USB. I'm thinking this is gonna work, but maybe not. Hmm. I mean, let's just leave it right in here. So this should come up and out. It does, but that's not gonna help me if my SSD doesn't fit right up in there like it ought to. It's in there. So that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, Lara. Yes, because this is not no way this piece is. Just say what I really need. I don't really need that. I need to fit this on here and then go back. That can come out. I can cut that out. I can drop this in there. It'll lock in place and be just what the doctor ordered. I don't have my 10 snips, but let's try some stuff right here quick. There's a wheel, there's a way. There's a wheel, there's a one more delay. There's a wheel, there is a way. Mhm. Pieces out. These pieces out. By the edges. Right by the edges. It's gonna drop down in there, but it doesn't have to sit flush because all I need is just something to secure it in place. Mhm. And that'll do it. That will definitely do it right there. One. I had my 10 snips. I could do this a whole lot easier. Just clip it right off, but I think they're out in my car. And I'm not making that trip right now after this plastic. Some reason I had to have it cosmetic looking, I would, but this is just Mr. Preston's here. I don't need to get fancy. Serve the same purpose. Same purpose, right? All right. This piece has to come out without breaking it. That's gonna be the key. This piece without breaking it. Yeah. Push out. We can. Okay. I'm gonna get my pliers out on this. There we go. There we go. So this is all we needed. It's just enough room to hot glue this in. Just here on both sides. Nothing on the bottom, on the top, it's on the sides to hold this in place. Because nothing's going to happen till it's going to get plugged up, and that's going to be the extent of it moving. And that's going to be the SSD, and plus it's going to slide right in there and clip, just like this clip holds it in. So I will be right back once I get my hot glue gun heated up. Okay, back. Now, while we had our hot glue out, we went on and put a piece. I can see that back there in the back. So the front, we need to close that hole up. We didn't have the original plate cover that went over that, so we put another one in there. And as you can see from the front, you can't tell that looks nice. And the back, we did hot glue and we had to modify that piece off of something else. Also, while we had our glue gun hot, we went on and did this for the SSD drive, just on the corners where the walls of the little clip is. We did right there. We didn't put any glue on any of the connections on the bottom or any of the connections, just on the two sides of this clamp right here that holds this in place. So when we slide this back in the holes, these two little clips should clip and hold it in there. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Put that back in there. Those two clips. And let them work their magic on it. I don't think we need to, oh yeah, there we go. Need to, I'm trying to see if, yeah, there we go. There we go. Right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. And there they go. And it clipped, so it's in there. There's our SSD right there at the back. You can see, but if you can't see it, it's right here. That's the tip of our SSD right there. I'll shine my light down there. You can't see it right there from that angle, but it's in there. So, and it's clipped in. So it's not going anywhere. All right. Now, we installed another SATA cable earlier. We just needed one. So we got one. Let me move you around where you can see. Let me turn this around here where you can see. I got my camera cable in the way. This isn't, I ain't perfected this yet. I'm working on it. Okay, so first time I did a video like this where I'm actually doing something to the computer. So I've done this a million times, but I just never had to record it. And so you can see your SSD is right here. Right, okay. So we do have another SATA cable. We only needed one right there, as you can see. This that one. We only needed one. I just left the blue one, which is SATA. Oh, I left that one blank just in case I decide to install an optical drive somewhere in the future. I don't know. But anyway, this is all we needed with this one. So we're going to take some of the slack out of it like this. Then, and this cable here has always been long. This is the one that goes to that USB-C. So we're going to attach this on to the SATA. I'm going to help hold it because it's kind of fragile. It's not a, so that's clipped on SATA. Now, make sure that's got, ain't got no lot of tension on it. Okay, that's good. Fantastic. And we're going to use this same SATA cable that we use on the optical drive on it. Make sure we got it right. Yeah, like this. We're going to clip that on there. There we go. So, SATA's hooked up, ready to roll. In VME, storage is in, everything's in. USB-C panels in front. So what we're going to do now, I'll move this around again. So you can see we're going to put the panel back on the front. Panel back on the Fresnel, because the panel goes right here on the front. Let me back the camera up. So we're gonna put the panel cover back over this front. It's all gonna be closed up. And this little black cover goes over there first. You can get this back in there. Like it was, I might have to. I'm pretty sure that was in it like that. I hope this is gonna fit. I might have to put that in after. I think I did. I think it goes in before. I don't think this I don't think the this needs to come out too. I forgot I had my little Bluetooth dongle in there. I think that this is, I think that facing is actually bigger on that. Let's do something first. Let me see something here. I think that facing is actually, we don't have to plug it up too. But right now, let me see something. I think the facing on this is actually larger. Yeah, I thought it was before. It actually doesn't have a cover that comes up over. It's actually large. It covers the whole front. So you didn't have a trim around. There was not room enough to put a trim around this. But what I can do is countersink it back a little bit, but I'm gonna have to move the screw, one of them, which one? That one on that side that slides, and this one's already in the top front. I'm thinking, we'll see. Let's see something here. We may have to move. I need to countersunk back just a little further, but that's not going to hardly happen with. What I'm probably going to have to do is screw it in. Let's see. I need to go back just a hair a bit further than where it is. That's in. This goes in. Let's go ahead and hook this up. This is going to be on a SATA too. And I have to have an adapter when I need this SATA. I really don't need a SATA on here. I could put that. Where is it at? There it is right here. This bad boy on there. I think I got this 4. Yeah. I think I can put that on here. Only 4. Man, let's make sure I got them right. Saying it right. Oh, okay, there we go. Sometimes a little help is a little help. All right, already. So what we're gonna need now is this baby from the. This usually go on a floppy drive. So that means I'm gonna have to cut. Oh, that's a loose. Jeez. To get that free, I need that. I have to retie this. If I might not need to. I got a lot of room here, but still, I like to have stuff kind of uniformly. This one I'm gonna need to put here. Right on here, like this. Hopefully, hopefully, you say, hopefully that's all right. That's floppy. That's just power. That's all that is. It's power. And it's all the way on there. Actually, it's all. I've got a adapter for saving, but I'm not trying to find it right now. This needs to go in here. And I'm thinking what's going to happen is it's going to be countable. Right, just a fresh over here, probably about right there. That's where I'm going to need to screw it. And there is a screw hole there. So let's do that right quick. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is that way. All right, let's try. Too big. I kind of knew it. I need another. One of these little church screws. These usually fit pretty good. Let's keep the batch of screws because you never know, man. You never know. So, oh, that snugged it up pretty good too. All right. Let's try our cover once again. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can find my adapter for that. Power for that because there it is, right on there. So you can see, I'm kind of lifting it up a little bit so you can see that fit in there flush. So there's a wheel, there is a way, yeah. But right now, what we need to do, let me see if I find my adapter. I'm pretty sure it's, I think I use it. It's in one of my computers, but I may have possibly taken it out. There's that possibility. Digging it out. And but also the possibility that I'll get that. Something like that. Yeah. What was the word on that thing? But I did find my fan connector. I'm gonna do that later. Well, I don't see it. I don't see one. I only have like one. But yeah, I only got one. So I'm thinking of this already in a computer somewhere. So, but the wiring is right on that connector there. So that's the right connector. It usually be the same connector that powers a floppy drive. It's going to be from left to right. If you're looking down at it, yellow, black, black, red. So that's the right polarity. We're going to do it on that. I'm not going to sweat that. All right. So that's good. Everything's good. We got the power. We got the connectors. We got that connected. We got the facing on. Now we need to put our, unplug this. We're through with that right now. Yeah, we're through with that for right now. Yeah, there we go. Right. Our facing back on. This is neat right here. Watch this thing, man. This is neat. Dell, man, they put their computers together very well. Very well. This goes right in there like that. Then it slides down. What's this? And get these grooves in. I might have maybe gonna cut myself out of some room. There it is. Slides right up in there, man. Just slides in. That's metal. Dell. And it's got a little latch over here. You pull this and push it up and pops it right back out. So that's pretty cool, man. Thanks, Dell. Kudos to Dell for being premier. That's cool. Love Dell cases, man. They heavy, these old ones, but man, golly, Jesus. They don't make stuff like they used to. That's why I'm putting all my stuff off in this case, because I like this case. I can kick it. If I bump it and knock it, and don't bend or dent or get crazy on my hard drive. Oh man, this is it. I'm thinking if I ever quit on me or anything, I just replace that motherboard. Think about Dell. Let me explain this to you. Their IO, the cards and everything are over to the opposite side of PC, every other PC. Everybody else, their cards, all Dell is. This one is not though. This one's actually set up just like the normal PC. Most of the times their cards, at least in the older ones, were on the opposite side. They would be over here, the IO cards and video card and all that stuff would be over here. And so you couldn't line them up because all those slots are usually on that side on a regular case. So, but this one is actually set up right. All right, all right. Okay, very good, Dale. So we've got all of that. I need a couple of fans. I do want to put a couple of quiet fans right here. So I got a 700-watt power supply. I can support them. I got plenty power and plenty connectors. I even got connectors here. These are actually 12 volt and ground, so I couldn't use these on the fans because even though a fan does have usually have like a 12 volt and it's got red's got a 5. So let me find those fans and order those fans because everything else is here and that's how she's ready to kick off. She's ready to boot up. But I really want to get those fans on there. So as soon as I boot up, I'm gonna have to go off into the BIOS and make sure everything's showing up. All the new stuff cards that we put in here are showing up. All the memory, the 24 went from 16 to 24 gigabytes. Make sure that's showing up. Our processor, we changed the processor, went up on the processor. Got to make sure that's showing up right. And worst case scenario is it gives me a beep signal and doesn't post anything to the monitor, which means that either the memory usually is mixed or something's wrong with the memory, or if the processor usually won't even come up. You hear the fan running, but it won't beep or nothing. So let's do that afterwards. I'm gonna find those fans. When I come back with those fans, that's all we're gonna need to do. those fans and then put the cover case back on here and plug this joke up. We're gonna see what we got. But since it's not complete, I don't want to fire it up. I want those two fans. Those two fans, yeah. Those two fans, and hopefully I can hook it together and hook them through a not a right here. This is where I want to hook those fans up at. Right here. This will work for the fans. All right. So anyway, thank you for hanging in there with me. If any part of the video is boring, just fast forward through it, but it's a process. Even though some videos on YouTube, they fast forward through them, but they still have to go through the process of doing all that. I just went through it while I was here. And like I say, you can fast forward through the dual parts. But anyway, thank you for watching.